Alrighty, there you go. So there's a nice start for you. I hope that you can hear that. In fact, I'm just going to minimize this if you want to use it later. Trying to show you one clip, but keep forgetting which way to go here. I might as well talk about this before I close it down. This is Lem. He's actually a professional in Mauritania. He was a Fulbright student, but he's got his master's, and he's a professor at the university. So he actually has a lot of information about stuff, including this. We talked about these, and I'm doing a separate video. I won't get into this right now. But in addition to that, we talked about some other information. Before I continue, I'm trying to look at this to see if I can listen to this video and make sure everything sounds correct. Is there any live streams going on right now? There should be. Let's see. Oh yeah, I even had a thumbnail. Great. Let's listen now. Oh no! Whoa! 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 I don't even care. We can turn the monetization on. Thank you. Gosh. How rude. Let's hope that... oh, limited. What? Come on. They always do this to me. I might even have to go into the editing process. And what was I going to show you in here? I was going to tell you something about this. Anyway, so yeah, limited. Well, it says here public. Maybe they changed it. I don't know. Where's the monetization? Oh, here? Yeah, let's see if we can get it unlimited real quick. Stupid. This really bugs me. Request review, yeah. Yeah, I'm having a live stream. So no limit, no money? Alright, let's see, what did I do? This video is being reviewed. Alright, well maybe they'll do it real quick. We're going to talk about my two things. If you don't know, I already had kind of a quick summary on my trip to the middle. When I went to Mauritania, I immediately grabbed a rented 4x and I went straight there. And I went to the previously called castle, now called Fortress 1. And I also visited Fortress 4 and Fortress 4. I didn't really visit Fortress 5, but I know what it is. Once I realized what they were, I kind of backed out and kind of lost interest in chase. I'm not going to chase them all down when I know what one is. And my visit to Hua Dane was also very interesting. And I can now tell you one more time that what the fortress, because I didn't talk about the fortress yet. And I do have some videos that I probably should have prepared them for this video, but I think I'll do a separate video. Today's video is about the Parallel Canals, which was my second trip. After I finished this, I had already made some connections and meetings in Nouakchott, so I went back to Nouakchott and I stayed at the Al-Haima Hotel. Oh, did we confirm whether or not there's any... oh, that's right. See, that's why I came here. Where's the video? Let's go to the video and let's listen and make sure I can hear myself. And see how many visitors are already here. Canal, which was my second... Great. That's great. Okay, I don't have any chatters yet, but I can give this a thumbs up. Oh, I do have a chatter. Bremner's Ghost, good morning. I want to get back into it. So, I had to go back to Nouakchott, the capital. And I had some business, and I kind of, that's the old airport right there, but that's not the new airport. The new airport's north. I guess it's right about here. Here? Yeah, it's way north. Is that really it up here? Man, it's far. That couldn't be it. But anyways, maybe. It felt like it was that far north, to be honest. It was kind of a long drive. But that was the way I got home. It was when I realized how far out it was. I was too elated when I had arrived. So I went back to Nouakchott, and then I said, okay, well, the other thing that I can do, and I'm going to get into this in a second. I have some photos on my desktop as well. So like I said, I'm going to do this video with Lem. We can listen to part of it right now. We can turn this up and play it. Play it.
Testing. Can you speak?
Hello, 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 hello.
Okay, so Lem's a nice guy, and he really helped me out. And the reason he did the interview for me was because I helped him do a class with ESL class for some of his students, and I tried my best to do everything in the short amount of time I had, but we kind of swapped favors. And he did this interview in exchange for that, kind of. But he is talking about my second trip back, hopefully in March. But maybe I have to delay, and if I delay, that's going to change some things. So I'll talk about that later. Say goodbye to Lem. There's another picture of Lem down there doing a video. He's highly, highly connected. I think his professorship is my main key into it because he's got a lot of history departments. Didn't want to show that anymore. I'm going to actually put that someplace else so I don't see it anymore. Let's go. But what he's going to help talk about also is this. This is the event that happened that sealed up the ancient Tamanrasset River from those mountains and the Maghreb Sea to the Eye of Africa through and to the Atlantic Ocean. An isostatic rise in land masses occurred during this event when, surprise, surprise, 12,000 years ago. That's what Lem's talking about. And secondly, we have, I'm going to put that over here so I don't talk about it again. The fact that I need this. These things right here look very similar to, in my opinion, and I don't have that handy, the Michael Tellinger gold circles. And that just alone we talk about that as well. Okay, I might want to use this later. This is in the Dar Tichit area of Mauritania. And as you can see, the eye is right there north of it. And I had that here. We went back from Nouakchott again. This time I knew where I was going because where I wanted to visit was the Parallel Canals that I've been looking at for the last 4 years. All right, let's see what's going on here. The French nuclear test sites, please. Well, it's kind of beyond the scope of my knowledge at this time. Morning, Scoob Sim Racing. The North African tests, anyways. Curious what the French government destroyed. The French nuclear test sites in Mauritania. Not familiar with those. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. I'm going to kind of, wait, I don't want to do this. I'm going to put this other place. Don't need this. Okay, so I'm trying to keep it tight. So the place that I'm going to talk about today, before we get into the exact place on the map, let me open the photos, which are here. Where are they? That's not them. I want my desktop. No, I want desktop storage? Desktop. That doesn't seem right. Where are they at? I have a bunch of photos I downloaded. Where are they? Something happened. What did I do? That's weird. Okay, well, I only have that's not right. I must have put them here. They must be writing. No. Okay, well, all right. What happened to my video, my pictures? Oh, they must be in downloads. They're in downloads. Sorry, I knew they were somewhere. First of all, I do want to mention when I flew to the structure, I did get. I was in this beard. I was wearing this beard. Where's the beard? And that's LAX. That's me leaving for Mauritania on the 20th of January. I have shaved that beard since. That's me getting to know new friends in the Nouakchott at the tallest hotel around, which was Al Haima, which means the tent. That's a better picture of the mosque that was outside the building and I had to listen to every morning at 5 a.m. Okay, stopped working. That's me getting a sunset on my first day there. Actually, I didn't stay there right away. This is where I'm at right now. I fixed this roof so it wouldn't leak. When we flew there, we went right over the eye. But I was in the wrong part of the airplane and I was asleep. I should have thought of that, but I didn't really believe I was going to be that close. So when I go back, I will attempt to have the same flight and I will attempt to sit on the right side of the craft and get a good shot. I mean, what do you think? Hope I'm not too loud. I should probably check the OBS, and you guys can give me immediate feedback if I'm too loud, please, or if other problems occur. All right, so there's a lot of photographs. Now, this is of Wadane. That's actually not... Okay, right behind it is the place with all the ruins. If you don't know where Wadane is, or Wadane, You should know that it's right next to the... I'll show you. Why don't I show you? Okay, so here we are looking at the eye, and when you get in closer, you notice that Huadane is the only city there. If you want to go to the eye, you have to go to Huadane. Huadane is the entry point to the eye, and you also can meet people who might have knowledge about different ways to go around in Atar. I do have the name of a guide who I haven't hired yet. Atar is probably the closest city the closest big city where you can buy all sorts of groceries that are kind of Western, and you can get telephone service, and you can make phone calls, and you can kind of make phone calls along this road for a while. Actually, I think you can pretty much make phone calls along this road all the way. There might be some points where you can't. But when you get to Huadane, it's the last city that you can make phone calls on your phone. Like, when you're in the eye, you have no phone service. And there's other points where you may have bad phone service. Probably between Huadane and Chinguetti, there's some bad phone service. There's a couple of places where you can get phone service. So they kind of have... I'm pretty sure it's wireless technology. There's no wired... Oh, I know. I can show you one. It's what do you call it? I can tell you exactly what it is. It's where they can see each other on the mountain. So they make these towers with solar panels, and they have to have point of view, and they can see each other. And this is actually one of them right here. Up here, as you enter from the start, you climb this mountain right here. Let me go back a little bit. And you go, if you're going to the eye, you pretty much have to go, unless there's other roads that I don't know of, and there are. There's a road that goes this way, but why would you take it? It's a little even longer. And this is quite dangerous. Actually, Michelle from Michelle's Arc gave me a few photos to help me out when I was planning it, because I wasn't sure. I was too busy. So I'm going to show you some of those right now, and I'll show you some other things that I prepared for this. Oh yeah, there's the telling her thing I told you I didn't want to find. So yeah, this is the Michael Telliging circles. Let's see if I can start just going in one direction, because I think I prepared it. No, obviously not. Okay, so possible connection to pre-Atlantis gold mining all across Africa. Come on. Dar Tichit has circles that look exactly like this, and they're right there in Mauritania. Let me zoom in on that. I'll check the comments in a second. I want to keep rolling with the information. This is the first time I haven't been canceled in my OBS because my hotspot was wrong. Okay, I can't go any farther. Oh, because I'm zoomed in. Let me do it like this. All right, I did post these on Reddit. Now I'll show you where these are. No. There. Okay, so that's one example of the Dar Tichit circles. I know that they don't look exactly the same, but in my opinion, they're close enough. Now, these circles, don't think right away. That's definitely natural. That's Jimmy discovering that I'm in Mauritania and asking me if I can get to a spot that's... I don't have the photos for that. That's him about... That's old. That's like 8 months ago. And this is the Parallel Canal that I just visited. I want to talk about that soon. This is something I probably won't visit. It's in the middle of the Richat, the Green Shrine. I just thought it's so weird that it's in there now. And I wondered, I call that a burial mound. I did get a cool map of Mauritania, and here's the Michelle's Arc plan. That's the road. That's pretty much what I had to do. She actually caught it. I didn't. Let me just go one at a time. I did post this picture. I'll show you a larger version of that later, but it's about the same. Let's go back to this. What you're seeing here is the entry point that I went to for the Parallel Canal. I'm not a young man, and I'm not interested in making 20-mile hikes. And unfortunately, this part right here, I don't think I actually... this is actually quite cleaner than the one I saw. And I really wish I had hiked to this area, because this is very clean. And I have to be honest, I need to go back there. I need to go back there and probably try to find this spot exactly, because look at this little spot down here. That's actually where I think I ended up, because look how clean that is. Now the other side, it's also clean, but it doesn't have a shadow, and I really regret not finding something so clean right here. This spot, wow, look at that. I'm even feeling it right now. But you have to understand, things happened. Oh, here we go. This is a road across the desert, and let me zoom in on that. And what you're seeing, these structures, I think Michelle found these for me. And when I say that, I say Michelle's Art Michelle, because she was trying to find some cool things to look at. But I know how these things are built now because of my first time. And then my heart was broken because I thought I was the first person to get there. But it turned out that the boys from Atlantis Together went there and they did an awesome job of doing a 3D scan of the area with 4K, 4K. But because of that, and I went there too, but I was too late, wasn't I? So I was no longer able to monopolize the find. They did a great job, but I can show you some. I'll do a different video because I'm just doing OBS for the first time. Now, these structures are made of the same kind of stone. And this is a piece of the canal that I visited. Now, if you don't understand, if you saw the thumbnail, these canals are all like 15 meters wide. Okay, this is another stone structure that I won't go visit. Look at it's like across the desert. I did get a. Okay, can I edit this? Let me just. I think I can. I just need to rotate it. There we go. And zoom in now. And this is a map that I acquired. Now, I've seen this online before, but now I have the high-res version of it. And it's actually connected to the place I stayed. Yes, I want to save. Okay. All right, save it. Great. Do I want to place it? Why not? Okay, now let me go back to it. Okay, so it's got the eye in a lot of other places. So honestly, there's so much more to see. And this trip was just a discovery trip to figure out how to get started. And now I know, now I know. And I'm going back like in 6 weeks is my plan. Let's see if I can make it. And then why 6 weeks? Well, I can tell you why. I'll tell you why later. Don't let me forget if I don't tell you why. This is like I said. Okay, so the castle in the middle of the eye is made of local broken stones, just like the buildings in Wadan were. And this is also probably the same type of structure. Now, if it's a little higher, fine. I don't know, but I think this is more of a, when I say modern day, I mean not Atlantis, not 12,000 years old, maybe 1,000 years old. Okay, maybe this is nearby. This is nearby, and we could go there. We could go there. You want to go there? I hope you're rich. Contact me. This is a canal that I still haven't visited, and we'll talk about that. That's the Ark, and that is Michelle's Ark because she discovered it and introduced it to me. But there's a canal up there out of the picture that I'm very interested in, and it's also 15 meters wide, just like this canal, which is a parallel canal. Okay, I'm going the wrong way. Let me get to... We'll talk more about the map later. Here's another structure that now I know how these are built and what they are. And basically what they are property markers, and they're pretty old. And if they were higher and a complete building, well, all I can say is that the building was removed or it wasn't made out of stone. Okay, so this is something that we just found. People want to go there. I know how to get there. I haven't been there. The picture was probably taken back when photos were being developed. Look at that. Look at that timestamp. I got it from my connection in Atar. And I want to go there, and I want to use that connection to visit. I didn't go to the Ark, which is right there. Let me zoom in. That's the Ark, because I was too afraid to go across this piece of land here without a second truck and without maybe a better guide. Now, here's the thing. I want to get over here to this area, and there's a lot of stuff there, including those, not that, but that could be on the way. These circles I showed you a minute ago, I don't want to go back. Those stones with circles that look like the Richat, but on stones, they're over here. The petroglyphs are over here. There's so much stuff, and if you want to know what that's called, I'll tell you in a minute the name of what this is called. I didn't want to go there. It was very, to me, but I still wanted to go to the Parallel Canals, and so I went there very quickly, and then I went back, and I came home. So, this is Wadan, and this is possibly how I would have had to, if I wanted to go here, look, Wadan is not here, okay? No, 20 was not there. That's my old name, 20 years in Taiwan. These pictures, I don't remember how old these pictures are. I think they're pretty new actually, but I can't even grab it. But you see the center of the eye. I was right here. So getting over here, I don't know how to do it. Probably have to go around because that's 1,000 feet mountain right there. Sorry, I had to sniff. So someone help me plot Wadan. There's a road that goes over here and goes through the sand for like 100 miles, okay? Now, to me, first of all, I'm not going to do that with one truck. Hold on, I got to pour a shot. Okay, one truck is too unsafe. And if you don't believe me, I can tell you right now, I actually did get stuck in the sand. And it scared I was going to something a brick. Okay, I thought we were stuck. And it was right over here. And it was coming back from the eye. And what had happened was the driver, who I really do trust, he's a great guy. We can't communicate because he speaks Mauritanian Arabic, and even Google Translate can't do a good job. Speaking French would be a great idea if you want to come here, and speaking Arabic would be super great if you want to come here. But it's not going to be perfect. Anyways, this is the road I would have had to take if I wanted to go visit and see. Okay, so as you can see, we can't see the eye here. This is Wadan. And it would be coming around, and let's keep going. Basically that's another alternative route that I want. That's what I preferred because it would be on non-sand. However, that is also very rugged, and I can tell you right now, everything you see here that's not sand is cray-cray rock. Cray-cray rock. I don't know what this was about, but this is taken from a file that shows a lot of stuff. So if you look at this, the name of that area is called Galawea. Or maybe forget the Gal, it's Halawea. That's the Michelle's Ark. That actually, where is the Ark? Okay, so that's the Ark, and the place past the Ark is noted here. I'm zoomed in. There's actually a landing strip. So if you're a pilot and you have an airplane, if you want to fly there, I can arrange to have the trucks there waiting. But I doubt you want to do that. Instead, and this is the reason I told you, I promised you I was going to mention why Atar is so important over here in the bottom left corner, is because they have an airport there. That's an international airport. Now, if I can make it back there before the end of March, like 26, maybe say March 15th, just to be safe, because you want to go and come back. You don't want to get stuck and have to go another way. Atar has flights from France through Air France from LA, Air France, like I showed you earlier, that fly right over the eye. Well, actually, I take that back. I might be wrong about that. Obviously, I'm wrong about that because the eye's right there. So take that back. The way I went to Nouakchott from Air France went right over the eye, but it went through Guinea, and then it came back up to Nouakchott. So you have to make sure to have the same flight if you want to try that one. And then you have to make sure you're on the right side of the airplane. Okay, so here we are looking at Atar. Those flights go right to Atar, which is a nice, easy one-day trip to the center of the Richat. So possibly doable in a matter of 48 hours, and you could even leave the country. I don't know how these flights work, but you could probably leave the country within 1 or 2 days. So if you don't have 4 days to do the trip, there's an option. Okay, I feel like I need to go to the I can't minimize this. I got to close it all together. Let me finish these pictures real quick. Okay, this is the police station right at the top of the mountain. So let me show you on this map, because the double parallel canals, I'm going to show you some videos soon. If you take a tar, you got to go up back here and enter the mountain. This is where you get up on the mountain, and then the police station's right there, and that's a police checkpoint. That police checkpoint, my advice to you, I'm going to tell you right now, is if you go to Mauritania and you want to drive around, you're going to get stopped at police checkpoint. So my advice is you write everything on one piece of paper, including a copy of your passport. So copy your passport, then write out everything down, like your 4x4 license number is a good idea. Put that on there. Your license number, write that on there, and then make copies of it and then pass it out. So right after that is the right turn to go down to the parallel canals. Now I did, and I think I'll try to show you if it's convenient, there was one eye right here. Now, I totally blew it. I didn't go there. I went to another eye. Look, there's one there too. What the F? There's one there too. That looks like one, yeah. And I missed that one. I missed that one. I went down to one that didn't have a circle in the middle. But I can tell you that they're made of the same type of thing that Wadon uses to build their castles. Maybe even a little more raw. Let's just keep moving here. But yeah, there's those two. See, this stuff right here, that's pretty much the same thing that makes the eyes. And when I say the eyes, I'm talking about these structures here. Those eyes, I believe, and look, there's one that goes backwards. Look, they're everywhere. They're ancient. They're thousands of years old. Okay? Nobody even realizes they're there. When I stopped there, 2 poverty-stricken individuals came to the truck and my driver gave them food. Those individuals had no idea that these are here. Now, the one I saw is almost like that one. But it was in the same direction. And by the way, most of them are in the same direction. And now they're pre-Islamic. I'm going to tell you this information that I've never told anybody. These are pre-Islamic. They're thousands of years old. They have nothing to do with being Muslim. They have nothing to do with the current culture at all. They're thousands of years old. This is from the same host that gave me all those images. You know, I'm trying to get information out as I can. So I hope I'm not screaming into the microphone. Let me try to lower my voice. Did I say I was going to have a shot? I haven't done that yet. I'm going to have a drink eventually. But I want to finish these pictures and look at questions from the people. So, yeah, these stone structures, this is a wall. And it's a pretty thick wall. And the goats got up there and they were watching me. And that's this Wadan. And this is pretty much the same thing as those eyes I just showed you. And at the police station, there's walls that look exactly the same. Now, there's no mortar. Some of them do have mortar, but they start by just piling rocks up. All right, so there we go. This is what I did for the Parallel Canal trip. And you can see the first parallel canal right there. The other one's out of view. And she just basically added it up in this plan. And I looked at this. And actually, she used the road that I used. But there was another road that went over here, I thought. And I thought I was going to go over here and have to hike this way. And when I realized where I was, and also my GPS was not acting well. It was on my phone and it was working, but it was not working well. It took me a long time to figure out where this canal was. And I was about here and I kept looking at the GPS and it hadn't updated yet. And I was like, okay, where is it? And I found another little canal. I'm sorry, this is a canal, but I found another little maybe river that was full of trees. Maybe that's it right there. Maybe I was lucky enough to find the spot that she told me to go to. But I think I walked 2 kilometers, not just 1.24. Anyways, so as you can see, the total distance here is from Attar to the police station, 24 kilometers, and then from the police station down to the canal area. Like here, you don't want to see that because it's boring. Maybe hike through it later on, but you want to see the nice ridges that I missed, and that was 18 kilometers more. And I'll tell you something, it wasn't so far. Maybe I got miles on my phone or something, but it was like so fast. It was so fast, I passed it right away. Okay, keep going here. This is the future. We'll talk about that later. That's the canal near the Ark I want to visit next time, and we're going to do a trip. This is Wadan. This is the Ark. I could be there next March. This March. There's a canal. It kind of starts here, not up there. I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, maybe she's right. And then this is Attar. So it's kind of a 40-mile trip to the beginning of the canal. Now, I did get this book. I want to show you. This is a drawer. It's volume 2, so I don't know if there's a previous version or if it's a new volume, meaning it's kind of an updated print. Well, that's what volume 2 means. The ancient cities of Chinggiti and Wadan. So I got the whole thing, and I paid for it. It's an English translation that was done by some folk that knew people wanted to see the English, and I bought it. And that's got that map I showed you earlier. Not the big one, but the small one that's actually a little more precise. Now, see, here's another castle, right, or a building, but I know that this is a stone structure. It's kind of what we're calling a fortress. It's not necessarily a fort, but it's a stack of stones. I'll get my video. I'll try to find it. If you wait till the very end, I'll do it at the very end, and we'll see what the questions are like, and then I'll get one video because I haven't shown them yet, and I should have already, by the way. Okay, see, this is so scary right here. 53 kilometers through the sand. I don't think I can handle that, right? Not with one truck. Here's the canal. We're almost done here. That's the police station. I had to check in with them. Okay? I had to check in there when I arrived. And it would have gone faster if I had a copy of my passport. This is an ancient village nearby, and it's like literally not part of anything. Like nobody goes there anymore. And this is another place that might need a visit. However, most of these places have walls like this, and they're ancient, about 10,000 years old. This is my roof. I just fixed that. That's the flight path I was talking about. We're pretty much finished. I think we're looping up here. So I'm going to go and see I'm done with the photos, and now I'm going to see what the comments are at this time. Okay, how are we here? Hello. Oh, great. That's the last ones are as you can see here. Okay, I'm back in the U.S. Okay, let's go to the beginning. Morning. It's not morning right now. It's 6:53 p.m. here. I'll have to go on to see about any nuclear testing. I'm not surprised. Settling ponds for mining. Are you in a tunnel? Why? Does it sound bad? Is it dark? What's going on here? I actually don't have good lighting. I should turn up. Why? Do you hear that noise? Let's see here. Rent. What is this? Sarah Fulton. I mean, I honestly wonder if I should delete stuff like this and block it so it doesn't happen again. Especially love face. I mean, love asshole. Okay, so, please comment more. Hi, Delia King. Yes, I am. Thanks for your support while I was there. And I'm going back in March. I want to show you on Google Earth everything right now. If you have any questions, please ask. As you can see, here's a tar. And I did stay the night there. This is the international airport. And apparently you can get an international flight only during the cooler months from October to March. And that's the road right there that goes to the two main cities, Chinguetti and Wadane. Now, if you haven't seen my videos, I did a lot of videos on Wadane. I did a lot of videos on the city. Now, where's that? See, that's the road. Oh, that's okay. So this is basically the beginning of the mountain. You're already in the mountains, and you're already climbing, but the real hill climb starts about here. It's a hairpin turn going up, and very slowly. This is all concrete again, because over here it's all dirt. Between a tar and about here, that's dirt. That's the only time. But here it's concrete because they didn't want it to wash out or whatever. It's very nice. It's very clear, very exciting, very thrilling. I've gone up there twice. So up and down 4 times. And when you get to the top, there's a police station. Okay, now I'm about to show you some videos. Look at that. What's that circle? There's a helipad. Now, I don't know why, but the helipad there, I guess because they probably want to use it for searching for lost people or something. You stop here. You got to have a copy of your passport, or you show them your passport. I went to this one right here. I was a little bit confused, and also I had no internet. I couldn't look at the mapping. I had GPS, but the GPS was all blurry. It was like, but I probably should have done my due diligence on that. But I did visit it, and I have some pictures of that. I don't think it's right here. Let's see if I put them right here. What are we doing? Let's sort all this by their name, and sort by date modified. Let's see name first. So that is the last. This must be. What's that? See, it must be this one. Let me do it one more time. Sort by date modified. So that is date modified. That means this is the one, but that doesn't show the I. So now that, okay, yay! So as you can see, this is the parallel canal. And now what I'm doing is, this is the last video I took. Now, I did have some problem with my cameras. So I'm going to do a lot of still shots for you. And this is the whole reason why I decided to go this way. Because honestly, I didn't do as good a job as I could have. I didn't do as good a job as I could have. But that is a zoom in about, actually, very, very far away. That's about a mile away because I did have the lenses. I had the lenses, okay? And what you see there is you can see the canal. Okay, now let me just say right now, this is, to me, looks like it was more than 12,000 years old. If it was a working canal 12,000 years ago, I'd be surprised because it was so, well, it would have had to have been like flood control. It wasn't like a main... Okay, here's the problem. I've known about Atlantis my whole life. And what I had pictured in my head was nice, clean canals. But what's to say this wasn't a canal that was created 50,000 years ago? And maybe even just used a little less in the later years. Now, I know that this isn't the greatest. I'm going to let it play. I turned off the sound because, as you just heard, the microphones were set too loud and they were blowing out because of the wind and because they were set too loud. I should have solved that problem another way. This is good video, but it's crappy audio. This is going to start. So I'll just talk while it runs. And what I've done is I've zoomed out as far as I could to get the farthest point. I couldn't even see what was going on myself. What I saw was smoke. It looked like smoke. But that's just the mountain on the other side. Okay, so it's going to zoom out, and we're going to see from... This is the looking south, or southern, and it's going to pan to the north very slowly. Here we go. And I'll probably stop it halfway through. And I had a little problem, so please forgive me. I went back up and started again. And this is, I hiked 2 kilometers to get to this point. Pretty long hike. Okay, there's the, I wish I could slow it down, you know. I zoomed out a little bit. Now you can kind of see where I was standing, and it was a little more chopped up. Let me go back to the beginning, because I just want to talk about it. So this is pretty much the, as you can see, we'll talk about it. The highest point on this side, that would be one side of the canal. Now, there's different qualities, there's different edges. Over here on this side, that's pretty clear that you've got this edge. And that's as high as it would get. Okay? Now, as you can see, the trees inside are at least 20 feet high to this point. So this thing is about 20 feet deep. Okay? Please take a look at the panning, and then I'll show you the other videos. There's one video where I play sound. Although, did I... I might be able to find it. Okay, so we're going to pan now. We zoomed out a little bit. I wish I could make all that stuff go away. So now there, see how thick the trees are inside the canal. The place I'm standing is kind of torn up. So the place I'm standing doesn't have the quality level of the high point. But you can, that's because I'm very close. But you can see down there, you can follow, and you can see the other side. Okay, let me stop that. Boom. Okay, so there you go. So that really shows you both sides of the canal. Now, it's pretty much full of sand. And you've got these trees growing in there. So that's one side over there. And this is this side over here. And that's 15 meters across. Now, it's messed up here. And it's not like a solid wall. If that's what you're hoping for, I'm sorry. I do believe there might be some points that can show a better edge. Let's let it continue. And in some places, I just want to say, in some places you have this type of flat rock. This is the 20 feet high part. You have it down there that's flat too. But I walked down, and I'll show you some other places that do have this flat rock down there. Like you can kind of see it right there. And you can kind of see it right here. Down in the middle of the canal, there's also flat rock. So you're talking about a starting... Okay, now don't get fooled. Back there is a little bit farther away and higher up. That's not the edge of the canal. Here is the edge of the canal. And that is not really 20 feet high. But overall, I do believe that they reach at least 20 feet high. I can show you where I was filming from. I'm 20 feet high right here, filming down into the canal, and I'm above the tree. This tree is 25 feet high, but there's a point that kind of goes up above the stone. Now, here looking at that, I think that's about maybe at least 10, closer to 15 feet high. And that's way over there. That's not part of the edge, really. But yeah, that's called broken up. So, I mean, okay, let's go over to Google Earth and I'll check the questions or comments really quick because this is a live stream and I want to respect that. And maybe we have no comments. Okay, we got some new comments. Such an exciting trip. I missed the canals part. Did I look man-made? Oh, well, I'm going to get into that. Lost knowledge. Is this the Sahara Desert? Yes. Bremer's Ghost. Helipad for mining or oil companies. I don't know. That wasn't really near anything. I mean, it was near the police station, so I think it's more of a helipad for the police or military. Military would land on those alongside those ice-long roads. Ice-long? I don't know about ice. Flood control makes perfect sense. Yeah, but ancient flood control. Ancient flood control. And yeah, it would be like if you look at a dam, you've got these control canals where if it gets too high, it just goes over the little waterfall and it drains out. But that's a 20-foot deep. Okay, let me show you. And how far inland and above sea level is this? Okay, sure looks like the shoreline. Okay, I'm going to answer that question for you because I can. But let's go to Google Earth and take a look at first. I'm going to answer the question about sea level in a minute. But let me just take a quick look at the two canals. So there they are. I went here. And you can see this canal is here and this canal is here. Now, this canal is about 18 kilometers long if you start from here and go to approximately here. Now, maybe you think I'm cheating, then go back to it. It's about at least 10 miles long. This one is about 9 miles long from this point here to about this point here. Now, let's just kind of talk about their parallelness. It's not true, really, if you want to really... I don't believe it's perfect parallelness, but we can put it over to the side, and we can see that here, the bottom part is kind of the same as the edge. I'll do it over here if that makes a difference. And the other part is kind of at an angle, right? That kind of tweaks a little bit. But then you see this one is about the same as the edge. And I tweaked it. Now, I don't have a degree. I don't know the degrees. If it was 23.5 degrees off, and I'm going to pop it back over. If that was 20, I got to get my, I forgot what they call that tool. Anyways, so this canal, it's got a lot of issues, right? And it's blown apart here. It's blown apart even here, I think. Can that be counted as a canal edge that's intelligently made? Well, the straightness, I believe it can be. So look at that hard stone there. That's an interesting spot, and let's measure that. But I believe it's going to be wider than 15 meters. Okay, let's stop and done, and go to the meters. For yards, we'll see yards. That's 17 yards. So look at that. I'm pretty much right. And let's go to meters, and it's 15 meters. Okay, and why am I proud of myself, and why did I think so? Because, I mean, look, are these the gold mines? Are those the gold circles? Is that where they process gold? Because that's pretty hard stone, and so the water wouldn't have burnt that out. Now down here, it looks like it got sandy a little bit, and any real edge could have been blown away. I don't know what this line is, but I do believe if you follow it up, it's has a lot of damage to it. But when you get up to the second part, I can't remember where. I think I missed it. Let me back out. No, I didn't miss it. Up here, even you can find a spot that's 15 meters wide, and it looks pretty like the real original width. Sorry, that's a little off. Okay, no, that's not it. That's like 80 meters. So let's find the other one that I was using as a reference before. It's way up here, right? I don't know. I like the first one I just showed you. But you have to admit that the fact that this is pretty much perfectly parallel with this other canal over here that I visited. This is the lower part that I did not visit. And I think it widens up a little bit. It's 44 meters wide. Um, but it stays pretty consistent. I mean, listen, I'm going to say it again. This Adrar Plateau is igneous. I don't want to say lava rock, because the lava rock I know from Hawaii is porous. This is very hard. Is it from volcano? Maybe. Is it igneous? Yes. Now I'm pretty sure I drove past this. Wait, let me say that. No, I didn't. But that one I drove past one that looks just like it. I'll just show you what I'm talking about. This guy somehow added it to Google Earth, and I drove. I thought at first when I saw it, I drove past it, but no. Let me show you the other picture. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, more info. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I thought I saw this, and I'm pretty sure I saw that. However, the spot is not correct. I didn't want to do that. It's just something that somebody did, I guess. Now, let me go back to what I was talking about. Yeah, and that's too far down. I never went down there, but it would have been very close. The road has actually been really widened and cleaned up. It is a dirt road, but I do believe there's two kinds of dirt roads, and one of them is unpassable without a 4x. And I mentioned the sand earlier, and you couldn't have done the sand without a 4x. However, this road would have been doable without a 4x. Like a Honda Civic could have done it. Now, there are some points that a lowered car could not have done it. So here we were, kind of at the spot I was. When I say she, I keep referring to Michelle's arc, gave me some pictures to kind of follow. So here's where it starts. And as you can see, why does that keep happening? The canal, actually, could I put it straight up and down? That'll be fun. It goes on for a long time, but it's just drier, right? Can I zoom in and measure it? So, we got to walk the whole distance. It's only 10 miles. That's 6 meters wide, so it got a little bit skinnier. Now, why? Who knows what? I don't know how it happened. And maybe I'm not looking well enough. Maybe I should, okay, let's do that one more time, but let's go from this point, which looks a little more realistic, to this point. And that's 12. And once I'm done, I can tweak that and zoom in a little more and see if I can justify dragging this out a little bit more. I don't know. That looks to me like that line here. I mean, if I really wanted to go out to the outer, that's 15.9. But to me, I can't really say that's what that is. Look, there's a little house there. Where are we? What's going on here? Oh, is that a house? See, I wish that I had seen this road. I swear, I promise. What's that? The Wish? Was I really that close? Was I really that close? Okay, that looks like the Wish right there that I saw. Now, the one down there, you saw what it looked like. It was a bunch of human stacked stones. This looks like it could have been one of them too right there, because I remember going around this corner, maybe, and going through this hard part right here. So let's just follow it from the beginning. Okay, now this notch here, I do believe I saw when I was driving past it, or this notch. There's two of these notches, and I was looking, because I wanted to go over to this cliff and take some pictures, but it was too far from the road. I didn't want to walk. Let me just take a quick measurement, because let's find the road. Because I didn't want to walk from the road to that cliff. Because it was just, I was so tired of walking. I had just walked yeah. So this was a kilometer walk, and that's what it kind of looked like. And, I didn't want to fall off the cliff. That would have sucked. Okay, let me check the comments. With respect to the live stream audience, I am here for you. Okay, so let's watch some more canal video, shall we? Yeah, let me see if there's any... here we go. Let's go back a little bit. Okay, we didn't answer this question yet. Let's answer how far inland and above sea level is this? All right, so to answer that question, we'll go to the topographical map, and we can go straight there and get the answer. This is showing you the exact answer. Now, make sure we're at a tar first, and I believe that's right there. Let me just go back and see if I can get a. Let me kill that. Let's go to Atar. Yeah, let's look at the name of Atar. So that's. I don't read. I just want to get a little bigger or easier to see. Let's do this. Let's do something tricky. And maybe that'll help us identify Atar on the map. Whoops. Okay, there. Now, whoops, what's that? Okay, let me save that, just because it'll make it easier and quicker. And we'll use this. Can I zoom in? Okay, maybe I didn't need to save it. Maybe I didn't need to save it. But as you can see here, this is let's look here again. That looks like it, right? That looks like it. So that's a tar, and I just didn't want to waste time. So that's a tar. And as you can see, you've got to get to that. You can see the road. There's the road right there. Okay? So let's answer the question now. Let's get a good shot of it. There's the airport. See, you have to use these layers up here. Where am I? I'm at enustopographics-map.com, and you can start from there. Mine keeps saving in the same spot, so it always remembers your last visit. The answer to the question is, well, we don't see blue, do we? It's not 525 feet. We can zoom in a little bit and change the colors. So blue is always the lowest. Let's actually make it correct so we can see. So according to this, the lowest calculated distance is 659 feet above sea level. Now, the Richat is different. And the Richat is embedded in this Adrar Mountains, and those are 2,600 feet. So in the drive, I drove from here across here on a dirt road. Let me find the road again. Where is it? Where's that road? Why is it being difficult? I see it there. Okay, and then I guess over here. Yeah, I see it there. And then here's the point where we climbed up the mountain and probably went to the police checkpoint, which is right there. It's 2,400 feet. That's why I didn't want to fall off that cliff. And if we go down here, we don't really see the canal. You do, actually. You see it right there. You can see the canal right there. And there's the road that I took. There's some other roads. I guess I kind of got confused. Let's see if there's some roads that'll take us over to the other canal, which is right there. There's a road right there. So this is interesting because this shows us the roads a lot better than Google Earth does or Google Maps. And that's good to know. I wish I had known that before. And you can see the road that went between the canal right there and the edge of the cliff. So to answer your question, the point where I was, the point was about 1,825 feet above sea level. Let's see if there's any other comments that I need to answer. Yeah, it looks like a shoreline to me, especially on the north side of the Adrar. Let's go to the Adrar. Let's use this one because so as you can see here, there's a shoreline that is really like, and if we went here to look at it, I guess we could look at it here now and get the heights. Let's just go back and get the whole thing because what you do is you look at the top height is white. And you look at the whitest part of the map. It's right there. And that's actually right at the it's kind of right near the canals. Actually, you can see the one canal that I didn't visit right there. So why is that land so high? Well, if there was flooding, maybe a bunch of debris got caught up, covered up the canals. I still didn't have that shot yet. Instead of having a shot, what I think I'll do is open a beer. Yeah, I'm back on the beer and back on the alcohol. I like my bourbon, but I'm not going to have a bourbon shot right now. I guess I could, but I think I'll do it close to the end of this video, which we've already been talking for how long? I don't know. I still don't know. I guess I can find out here. Where are we? That's not going to answer either. I'm not even at my live point. Oh, because I stopped the video. All right, well, let me go back to... Oh, if that's true, then I need to go here to see all the comments. Okay, so Lem's a nice guy. No, that's not working. Let me go here. Because I don't think I'm getting all my comments. Yeah, So, all right. Let's just read them and make sure I've answered everything. Sorry, I have the sniffles, but I don't have a stuffy nose. Nature abhors a straight line. Thank you. Kind of reminds me of the Rift Valley that bisects Zimbabwe, 500 kilometers of almost straight line ending in a rock formation that looks like a snake's head. Why don't you please give me those coordinates or copy the Google Earth? Like, just copy this line here. Go there, copy this line, and even put it in our chat right now, please, because I'd love to see that. Like, I'll put it on this video right now. And then apologies for typos. It's 3:10 here in UK, and I've had a few. Hey, Bramner's Ghost, I'm about to have one. Cheers, mate. All right. Delia King, 50,000 years. Those canals look man-made. Well, I don't. Okay, let's just be honest. The 12,000 year mark for Atlantis' demise, and let's be honest, according to the not mainstreamers, but people like Randall Carlson and Graham Hancock, both spit out the number about 11,600 years ago. And my friend Lem, who did an interview for me, and he's right here. Where's that video? I told you I didn't want to see it again, so I got rid of it. He said 12,000 years ago. Now, I was saying 12,500 for a long time. Farsight remote viewing? Okay, thank you. I'm going to keep doing this. Thank you. What is that? Byberry Carla or Bibbery? Is that a UK city? Okay, let me make sure I got some comments. So thank you for that earlier comment, Delia. Falling off the cliff would have been clickbait, LOL. Well, yeah, but I'd have to go hike back up with a broken back and get that camera so I could load it back up. Does the software account for sudden glacial melting and subsequent glacial aqua rebound? Well, I am going to do, no, what software? This is current land. It doesn't have history. No. This is just a topographic map for current, when we say latitudes, we don't want to say sea. This is not a flooding software. But regarding isostatic rebound, oh, by the way, I am going to run out of battery. Okay, I'm going to try to finish this video wait, let me grab another battery. Hold on. Sorry. I don't want it to mess up. So let me get that. Oh, is it raining? Okay. Oh! Almost died. That's why I don't do video. That's why I don't have a cam on, because I don't want you to see me almost dying. I just got to turn on this other power bank because I'm off the grid. I'm off the grid solar on this property for 30 years now. There are things to be proud of. I'm just making sure the power's on, and then I'll finish my thing. Oh, great. 100%. That's awesome. That's awesome. So we are... Oh, no. Don't roll down. We are good to go. Good to continue. All right. So back to the work. Sorry about that delay. This is why I live stream it, because I want to get this information out. I'm about to show you more videos. Let me just show you another video. I'll finish reading these more later. Frankly, I believe that the modern science is missing at least 1 0 off the timeline. 4 kilometers, not 400, increase the sea level. Almost 1 hour. Thank you for that. Yeah, and now I got my power going, so let's go for another half hour. I'm going to show you some video right now. Unfortunately, there was some problem. This is a video from the GoPro. These two. Let me show you this one. This is from the truck. You want to see this, right? So we're walking from the truck to the canal. That's my driver's smile. And when I said smile, I'm just saying, don't forget, it's Ismail. Now, this is 4K. So actually doing an edit and showing you the trip would be very difficult. And I figured I'd just live stream it. That way I can stop the video from from a point. I'm not going to show you this whole video because it's pretty stony. And honestly, when you talk about ancient civilizations living on top of the Adrar Plateau, where would they build? You know, what would you do? Would you farm there? You wouldn't do anything there. So now when it gets into the electric universe talk, this plateau was like more than just one pyramid. Okay, if you think that the pyramids were okay, now that's okay, right? Let me stop there. That's definitely not the mistaken canal. This is actually just a little indentation that I saw first, but that's not the canal. When I saw it, I'm like, this can't be it. So I kept walking right away. I'm like, no way is that it. And it's all jagged, right? It's not straight. So maybe this is a natural river, but look at this. It's full of sand. So water went through there, pulled the sand. It's not that sand didn't get in there from wind. I mean, some sand probably, but if it was, from my experience at the fortresses inside the Richat structure, the sand doesn't really move too much. If it's up there in the rocks, it's going to stay up there in the rocks. How old are the fortresses that I haven't shown the video that I took? They're about 1,000 years old, I think. Even older. Who put them there? Well, they look like Spanish forts, so maybe they're only 500 years old, but they're very raw. We'll talk about that later. We'll get back to this. I'm not going to show this whole thing. Let me just kind of zoom in. That's the so-called canal, and if I don't think this one has actually pretty good. You know what? Maybe I should just let it play with audio. Let's try it. This one will be okay. It's the GoPro. Go.
So there is the road. It's right next to the cliff. It's not the road that I made the plan, but since it's the road we're on, it seems like we're gonna have to walk like a kilometer. And if it's true and it's like this the whole way, then I'm gonna suffer. We might just turn back, try to find a different road.
Okay,
this is very, very crazy. I don't want to walk a kilometer this way to get to the canal. This is what, by the way, we're going to the parallel canal number one, the one on the left. It's right next to the road. The other one is quite a distance, and it's also not as clean. We're going up to the top of the mountain to see where we have to walk, but it looks like we're just going to have to go to the top of another mountain.
Okay, sorry about that.
Wow.
Now it's
so as you can see here, you've got a lot of waterways that lead that direction. This is one of them. Now I believe that we already passed the point of this canal. It's over there. So I think we're going to go this way.
Okay, this is, see, I don't even want to show this, but what you do see is another truck driving past. It's kind of weird, right? So there's the truck that I rented, and there's the truck, and the driver took the walk with me, and we didn't communicate very well. So this, I think, is going to sound better. I hooked up the external speaker. The notebook I'm using has a bad speaker. That other truck is a Hilux also. They're both Toyota Hilux, Hilux. And this is like a very standard truck in Mauritania. There's a lot of different 4x you see, but I think the Hilux is the most popular one to rent. Mine was nice and clean, at least. I mean, it wasn't brand new, but I saw some that were beat up and junky. And so that guy's driving. That road was, this road goes about 40 kilometers down to an oasis. And I don't know what happens. I think they actually go back down the mountain. So, you know, it's kind of funny we talk about that, the topographic map showing the echo. There's an echo. Uh-oh. Let me read this. If there's any comments about sound. Zimbabwe, right? The vid shouldn't die because I just, you know what? And when I first said I did it, I didn't. You probably saw that I was dealing with something down there. Here's that thing again. And yeah, all the roads are showing up on this map. It's just amazing. So maybe this map will actually help better planning. You zoom in, maybe there's a road right here. Let's see. Yeah, look, there's the road right there. See, if I had known that, I would have been all over this. But Because if there's a road going through the sand, it's probably pretty safe. And maybe even one truck can do it. But, I mean, we're talking about a very long distance in the sand. And I was too chicken. And, yeah, so I guess yeah, that's amazing. Look at that. Look at those roads. Yeah, you can see 2 roads there. You can see 1 road going right there, just like Michelle said. Because Michelle wanted me to go on this trip, and I tried to go. A lot of those pictures I showed you were Michelle's, and she was right. There's a road going right through there. So what can I say? You know, I'm sorry, Michelle. I should have trusted you a little more on that one. And look, it's going right over to El Galawea. Here it is with the name that I couldn't find on Google Maps at all. There it is. I don't know what that is right there. There's supposed to be a lot of petroglyphs, and those pictures that I posted on Reddit, if you didn't know, came from there. All right, back to the videos. Actually, keep wanting to check the comments. Like I said, I'm using an external speaker. Let me know if there's an echo, because I didn't think it was loud enough anyways. So there should be no echo now. Let's go to the video. I'm not going to show you this whole thing. I walked, and I decided to change my route again because I figured these plants were so weird, right? It's like these little clumps of grass, and they actually had a lot of dirt up high, like there was less dirt before, but who knows what we're looking at here. I mean, this is actually a great way to watch the video because it's super speeding it up, right? And this is what I'm like, is this the canal? I hope not. And then I got another one that I can talk more about when I hit stuff like this. Now look at this hard stone, you know. This is like the top of the plateau. So I don't think I finished my thought earlier when I said that the plateau, the Adrar Plateau, if the pyramid had anything to do with energy and, power, Carrington events, quantum entanglement, energy, the Adrar Plateau was 1 million times that because it's all slate, it's all stone. It's just one big mound. And if you look at the videos that I posted already of me going, okay, that's my camera, thank you. I was checking the GPS. No, I was getting a phone call from somebody. Okay, I shouldn't even show that. That's the reason why I have this on this channel, not the new one. And by the way, I'm going to keep showing it on this channel. I mean, this is how, okay, so that's another part. I'm like, is this it? Because I was tired, man. I mean, this was, it's only a minute. What? Oh, no, it's more than a minute. It's like 6 minutes. Hold on.
This is it? There's trees in it.
I already knew I was wrong, right? So I'm just going to not show you this. It's just another little river with trees. Okay, so I was like, oh my God, this canal's going to suck. I was like worried. And so I finally got to the point where I was going to stop the video. And I did. So we kept walking, and we got to like about 2 kilometers in, and even that. So I'm checking again. And yeah, sorry I didn't answer your call, Mark. I probably should have. It would have been cool. So I got to the end of this video, and I started another one, I think. Let's check it out. Let's see if there's any comments. Well, yeah, definitely LiDAR. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, no, it says OBS has crashed. Are we live or not? Stupid. Is it over? Okay, I need comments. Is it over? Is this working? Hey, can you hear me? Okay, the only way to do it is to check it live. I got to do it like this. Okay, let's go to the end. Is it live? It says it's live, right? Is it over? All right, well, let's keep going. It's weird though, right? I won't touch OBS. I hate OBS now. I hate OBS. What the F with OBS? Okay, let's get back to work before it goes off. Okay, what do I want to... I want to show you more video. Okay, so, whoops, yeah, let me show you more video. Let me stop showing this. Can I make this go away? Let's not touch that. The other GoPro is here. Let me turn it on.
Okay, so I'm going to say it again that we finally figured out where the river was. It's a little farther. I see.
Okay, well, so what was happening is that the GPS was not working on my phone. And then we finally got to a point where it finally refreshed and updated, and we could see that I was just a little bit farther away. So we're going to start to see the canals here.
The trees, I see the canal, so I turned on the GoPro. To catch it now, this looks like it might be a little steep, so we might have to do some climbing. It might be...
Okay, is there still an echo? Give me a 1 if all's good. Give me a 2 or tell me there's an echo. How's the echo? Is there still an echo, Lost Knowledge? Thank you, Delia King. Thank you, Lost Knowledge. Thank you, Bremner's Ghost. Thank you, Bilberry Karya. Thank you. Anybody tell me if there's an echo just now when I was playing that? It's echoing still. I wonder how I can solve this problem. Well, what I can do is I can just not play the... Thank you, William Dyson, for your whatever the hell that is. This is so weird, right? Yeah, I believe it's highly magnetic for sure. 100%, like a big, huge friggin' battery. 2 means it doesn't sound good. Okay, look. How about now? Do I sound good? Give me a 1 if I sound okay. Give me a 2 if I don't sound okay right now. And by the way, I'm going to give you another chance. We're talking about me right now. Give me a 1 if I sound okay. Give me a 3 right now. Echo, 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 echo. Really? Right now? There's an echo? Okay, I'm going to start showing you video with no sound. I'm going to keep the volume low. I don't want to waste time. Thank you. There's an echo. I'm going to turn it way down so you don't have to listen to me, and I'm going to stop talking. That's too bad about the echo. I want to show you my approach to the canal. Okay, let's go.
There sure are a lot of rocks here. If there wasn't anybody living on top of these mountains.
Okay, yeah, let me shut myself off. I'll not talk, and I'm going to speed this up like I did the last video. Here we go. Get this over with. I'm sorry about the echo. There was some interesting stuff I looked at. And I did some ringing as well, but you can see the canal coming. Is that it? That's it, right? That was definitely different, right? Okay, let me play it.
Is this 4K?
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely some advancements in GPS are important. I probably could have bought like one of these Garmin's. But at the time,
I'm just whining. I'm just whining about the GPS problem. So I'll cut that out. There's a lot of stuff I whined about. And then later on when I changed cameras. So you can see the canal there by the trees. Obviously, right? The trees are marking the canal more than anything because the rocks are so broken up here. I chose a bad spot. I know that now. And these trees right here are not the canal yet, right? Yeah, this is not as high as the other edges on this side. And so I don't even want to listen to myself right now. But here we are in the middle of the canal, right? So stop the video. So there's the one side, and yeah, so there's a row of rocks. And now here's the question: is this the original bottom? Because look how flat that is. Now this is not flat. This is maybe there's an edge. Maybe they kind of rounded it. You know, maybe it was a round canal. It didn't have to have a sharp wall. That kind of looks here to me to be that way. But down in the other pictures that Michelle gave me, those edges were a lot more defined, especially that one at the beginning of this video. Okay, I'm going to keep playing it. I hope it's not still an echo. I don't understand why there's an echo. Did it? Okay, so now I'm getting to the other side of it because I wanted to get on that side and take a good look. And I showed you that video. Actually, that video that I showed you was the very last time I did that. So let me go back a little bit. Yeah, let's stop here. Because like I said, now you can see this is like a step. Like that's lower, that's higher. That's really the way I see it, is like that's the, I don't know, maybe there was one more inside there. It's all cracked up. Trees are growing through it. Trees grow through all this stuff. But I don't believe it's going too deep because the Adrar Plateau is pure stone. So the only reason why trees are growing here is because of weathering and sand blowing in and creating soil for them to grow into. And these trees, I mean, where they're getting their water from, obviously there must have been some type of residual aquifer following the canal from probably thousands of years of use, in my opinion. You got dry riverbeds with trees, and you've got a dry canal with trees. Okay, let's check the comments. I'll just make this small. Where's my comments now? So if you have any comments, I'm going to check. Oh, no, yeah, post-stream edit. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's why I'm doing this. That's the problem. Let me just minimize this. Look at that. So you can see the other side again. So this is the other side. If we're going to talk about different sides, we've got the west side and the east side. Let's look at the map and talk about it more clearly. Yeah, because I can't go over to OBS and change stuff, right? Or can I? Can I turn this down? I believe I need to turn this down. I don't want to touch it. It's only showing one side. It's not showing the desktop. It's showing audio input. And it looks like it's still managing along. Now let me check and make sure everything's working. Please give me a quick one if everything's still the same, even if there's an echo. I'd like to know what's going on. And I think this is good enough for that. So give me another one if you can hear me. Mute but subtitles on the video for a post-stream edit. Oh, I see. Yeah. If you want to know my thoughts, but unfortunately, I don't really think my thoughts are the best part. There is no echo on your voice, only the video. Thank you, Delia. That's what I wanted to hear. So right now is okay. Gosh! Now I'm angry. Now I'm angry. You hurt my feelings. It's not so bad. Thank you, Adam Blue. There's an echo. Okay, well, we won't play the video, especially the Nikon, because the Nikon sucks. That's a long story. Cool. Thank you, Bremner's Ghost. Yeah, let's look at the video some more. Let's keep going. In fact, if suddenly OBS quit, I just come back with a new one and keep going. But as you can see, when you say man-made, okay, so what we're going to do, we were going to do a quick look at, oh, dang it. I did the wrong thing. We're going to do a quick look at the Google Earth, right? Let's see, are we closer here? No. Let's go here. And let's go to let's take one more look at these parallel canals. I mean, the topography map shows right here, it shows it, right? I think that's cool that you can see it. It even, wait, right there. It shows that dotted line right there. And this one shows a little bit right here. So it's very light, right? So this one must be totally deep. I mean, look at the difference. Let's go in there and take a look at the differences in height. Now, okay, it even has a name. Uad Ejwa E. So I got to start using that in my, because that's going to totally trigger Google into getting people to look at it, right? No, it's not. But as you can see here, the highest points are like 2139, but down there, it's actually almost literally 1,000-foot difference. So right here is a big cliff, and that's the beginning of it. Yeah, what the hell? And is this right here, was this placed 12,000 years ago from flooding? Was this overflow? If this was like a flood control with parallel canals with this one, you can see it right there. This is the one I went to, and it goes way up here, and it's pretty damn clear. We'll go look at it over here again just because I think people want to see it. Okay, so that's the one. You can see it right there. that big one. It's going, look at that. Look, when you see beige, that's sand. When you see this other color, that's hard rock. That's this, as you mentioned, thank you, Bremner's Ghost. It's like a freaking battery. And this is what I think this whole thing's all about. I think that they got struck by a Carrington event. I don't believe this is dome geology, folks. This Carrington event was like an electronic bolt coming from another planet that was releasing its energy as it passed, or maybe a comet. It's pretty damn big for a small comet, as far as I'm concerned. But Carrington events are real, and I can show you in 2013 my video that showed how Mars was influenced by Comet Ison. And Jupiter, was also one of their famous moons of Ion was also influenced quite heavily. I have pictures in my promotional video that's only 2 minutes long, but you'd have to be really good at stopping and pausing. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible, but whatever this thing is, before this thing was there, this was here. You can see that, right? Before the circles were there, this was already there. Now, the shorelines and possible lake beds, all those questions, river shorelines, that's a different story. But what I'm talking about is all this slate, all this rock, all this slate. I mean, when you come up from a tar, I should find that video right now. Let me find that video right now. It's here. It's the last one, but it's going down the mountain. That's going down the mountain, okay? And I'll just stop it now because this is at the top. This is when I just started because I thought that was beautiful. It doesn't show very well, but this is the top. That's all that rock I was walking on. These are the cliffs I was worried about falling off. But as you go down, you see this mountain, then you see this mountain, then you see the next one, and you see the layers and layers and layers and layers of slate. Igneous, maybe, but because it's worn away, you see the edge, it's freshly cracked, you see all sorts of rock and slate, and you don't see a lot of sand, and this is all rock. And like I said, it's got to be, what was the term you just used, Bremner's Ghost? It's got to be so much more magnetic than the pyramid ever could be, because of how much rock is in there. Igneous, probably full of iron rock. Okay, let's show you a little more of that before I stop it. There's a lot of wind in that. See? So, the echo is coming from... I could move this speaker. I really don't see why there's an echo. I think there was before. That's the wind. Yeah, it sucks. Anyway, so again, as you go by there, up and down, you can see the thick broken layers of rock, and it's not just the top there, it's the whole thing. You can see it there, you can see it all the way down to the bottom. And then there's another plateau down there I'm calling the Atar Plateau. This is the Adrar Plateau, and now this piece of mountain is independent. You can't get there by road. You'd have to climb up there because it doesn't connect. It's totally worn away. And this piece, I call that the Adrar Plateau because that's as high as this. Pretty sure it's the same height. Maybe a little bit different, but it's the same plateau that I just came from. You know, let's see that sign. Oh, it's just talking about the hairpin turns. And then there's this sign. What's that one? It says there's an exclamation point. I love that. Let's get a meme going of that sign. That deserves to be a meme in itself. Hey, listen, I promised you the canals. Let's go back. And now I'm pretty sure... Let's make sure I'm finished with that. Let's go through the whole thing one more time and make sure I'm finished. I got to the middle of it. I went to the other side. That's the bottom. I got up on there. I did a quick scan of the whole thing with the GoPro. I went to the other side. I got in the middle. That's halfway through. See? Okay, let's look at this. I told that dude to hang back. I said, you can just sit down and drink some water while I walk around and talk to the camera. In my best... charades ever. So in my opinion, this is like, if it's not the bottom, it's like, then it was a circular bottom. But if it is the bottom, then it was like 10 feet deep originally, and then all this rock got all torn up. If I'm wrong, then this is, it's in steps. It's like there's a layer, and there's another layer that got messed up. So anyway, let's keep going in the video. I'm going to just fast forward it and get up there. I got up there. I went a little higher. Now you can see that's clear weathering right there. That takes a long time to happen. And I have to say, some of my old videos, I think I was wrong. And it's clearly... Okay, so here I am looking at it again. Let me play that slowly. Okay, I just did it. I scanned it right there. Let's do it. Let's turn up the volume too to see if it's... This is the GoPro, so it should sound okay. Let's listen.
I mean, whoops. I'm trying to avoid killing myself. So there you go. It's a good look. It's a good view, right? You can see almost a mile, right? If you really look down there, you can see the mile of trees. And I'm going to hike down a little bit, but honestly, it's hard to believe something so straight to be natural. When you're up close, you can't tell at all. It looks totally natural. But I'm not a geologist.
Okay, so I didn't want to really have all that commentary in this video, but you're right. I definitely like the subtitle idea. The GoPro's okay, but the Nikon's not acceptable. So here we are looking down, and we see this is kind of the edge on... Oh, you know what? That's why I was going to... So I could start talking about each side more clearly. Let me check this real quick. So as you can see, that's north. So this is more the west side, and this is the east side, okay? So I'm going to start referring to it as that. Sorry, I want to keep going with the video. Let's keep going. All right, so here we are. We're on the east side, and we're looking across it to the west side right there. And I'm walking down the east side. It's all messed up, right? I mean, who knows how old this could have been. This is all fresh commentary. The commentary I was doing during the walk. The GoPro rocked it. The Nikon, okay, that's a good shot, right? Because here we are at the top, and we're looking down into the... You can see that's down more than 10 feet. That's like 15 foot at the bottom of that tree right there. At least 15 feet, maybe even 20. I could be wrong, but I do believe that these rocks are at least more than 10 feet above it, and that's the blown up part. Okay, so that's a good shot right there. So you can really see the line. Okay, I want to see any comments at this point. I don't know how much longer I can go with this video, but I do have a lot of other video. Maybe I should do a second live stream, a part 2, just because this is almost 90 minutes, right? Where are we? Is that it? Oh, see, I'm not even going to look at that. So here we are. So Cleveland Mitzner, I should just block that dude, but then it's another person, right? Steep sides and flat tops looks more like mine waste than natural rock. Thank you. I don't know if we're losing it. Give me a 2 or tell me there's an X. Oh, see, what I need to do is I need to mute this. Okay, I need to mute it and let it keep playing. There. And the reason why is so we can get the most updated chat. Okay, let me go back to the video. I don't know. Give me a 1 or 2. Please keep giving me that motivational encouragement. This I don't want to look at. Put that here. Okay, let's go back to the video. And it's playing again, right? But you can see clearly what I was up against now. I'm glad I did it this way. Because I want this information out there. I don't want to keep people waiting. And being a 90-minute video, at that point, I don't care. I think I left that jacket there. I couldn't bring that back to Taiwan. Or sorry, back to the USA. I'm not sure if that jacket... I'm pretty sure I left that orange jacket in Africa. So you can see here a pretty good shot. Let me move my arm. See, I don't want to lose it. Ah. All right, well, I mean, it's a pretty good shot of the canal, right? And you can tell there's a big difference between the middle of the canal. Okay, let me stop it. You can tell there's a big difference between the edge, the so-called edge, and that's the 15-meter measurement start, and up the hill, and then on the other side. Now, how it looks underneath here, that's a different question, right? I think the GoPro did a pretty good job. I think I'm making a big mistake if I try to show you too much of the Nikon stuff that I took, because the GoPro is doing well. I did zoom in with a Nikon. I already showed that clip. So yeah, you really do have a shore here, and how weathered that shore is, it looks like. I mean, come on, it's got to be more than 10,000 years. Or first of all, how long has the Sahara Desert been a desert? It would have had to have been green when they had this built, right? So it's more than the previous desertification, 30,000 years. All right, give me a number one if you can hear me, a number two if there's any issues, and I'll try to show you some different video. This has got a little bit longer. Let me just speed it up at this point. I think you got the idea. Now I went across and I took a close-up look at those stones on the other side because I wanted to find some stones that were a little bit more up and down, right? And those right there looked pretty good. Another thing I did was I banged on the rock and I showed I showed what it sounded like. I did have a little tune playing on that, if I could show that, but unfortunately, I changed my mind about the way I was going to edit this. Okay, that's the other side. Let's just let it play so we see where the last bit goes. I just kind of looked behind me right there, you know. So there it is again. That's the canal. You can see the shore here doesn't have trees. The shore on the other side doesn't have trees, and it's quite straight. Okay. Let's finish this up and give you the last look, and then I showed behind me, and whatever. So that's over. I did have other ones. These are the Nikons. Let's start with. Let me look at the numbers. You know what? I should resort these by name because yeah. And let's see where we stand here. This is what is that one? That's the one I did where I interviewed. Okay, so DSC is the Nikon. What is this? This is the GoPro. I just showed you both of those, so let's stop looking at those. Okay, so here we have 16, 39, 42, 46. Why is it like that? 63, 64, 65, 74, 85, and this is the GoPro also. That was my next video, Lem, and me. Oh no, this is me showing somebody in the coffee shop. And by the way, I'm not gay, but he's definitely cute. And I had a gay guy tell me he was cute. So I was not trying to pick up on some dude. But this guy really liked the GoPro 10. I don't think he's gay, so forget about it. I'm just telling you, he liked the GoPro 10 I was using. I was showing it to him. So there I was in knock shot. I'll stop showing you that. Let's put that over here. That was the GoPro. All right, so this is the Piri Reis map. If you don't know what I'm going to show you here, you basically can see very clearly that there was a river in just 500 years ago going over to Wadan. Now that's definitely the Adrar Plateau. I mean, what other mountains are over there? Take a look at it yourself. So even on the Piri Reis map, you can see the ancient Taman Reset, and it's going to the Adrar and stopping, but where did it come from? It went up into Maghreb, that lake right over there. Now, he's not connecting it, or is he? Is that the dry riverbed right there? We need to zoom in. We need to see a high-res video of that. Let's see here. So this kind of shows better. These are in order. They're going backwards. Let me double check. So this one, let's watch it. That's the river. This is when I put down the GoPro and I picked up the Nikon.
Okay, looking at the side, on the way down, there's a flat over here as well.
Okay, so as you can see, the sound is... I'm not interested in torturing you with that. So I'm going to turn that off. And see, the problem here is I have to let it roll. These videos are 5 minutes each long. I'll just let this one roll for a while. You can see that I'm walking through the center of the canal, and I'm pointing at the west edge. It's going to have a little gummy. You can see the flat rock that kind of met. It could have been like a shore more than like a up-down cliff at this point. Okay, this one. Let's see if we can go through it a little faster. Okay, I'm walking. I think I'm done. Yeah, I think this is my last one after all. So let's go back to the beginning. Okay, so that's looking at the west side. Maybe I'm looking at the east side there. Hold on. I'm pretty sure that maybe that is... Okay, that is the east side. Well, wait a minute. Maybe I'm looking north and I'm about to climb the west side, or the east side. Okay, let's find out. That was, sorry about this. Let's look at this one. Because that's the last one. So that's the... I showed you this already. Okay, what is this? Is this Nikon? This is the GoPro? I don't understand why it's acting more behaved. So I'm looking north there. Look how green that is up there. I should have hiked up there, but I was a little bit exasperated at the time. Let's see if we got any comments. You're going to say, why didn't you hike up there? I was a little exasperated at the time. Well, yeah, exactly. All right. So, Bremners, you're really sticking with me. How many people? 5 people watching right now? 12 thumbs up. So that's awesome. Thank you for that. All right. We're pretty much done. I don't want to show every minute of every video, but let's give it a try. Let's see where we are here. So if that's the last one, this is the next one that I didn't show you. No, see, that's driving. The wrong one. Let's go to this one. Are these all driving? Okay, so that's the one I just showed you. So let's go to the next one, which is, I think right here. All right, and that's the east side. This is also one of the, pretty sure. Let's just keep it playing. It's only a minute long. So that's the east side, and so you've got this flat part here. And it does seem to be consistent, like you can tell right there. It's just like an edge. Not sure if it's part of the wall or if it's part of the floor, but it's an edge. If it's part of the wall, then it collapsed, or if it's part of the floor, then that's the lowest it was supposed to be before the erosion of the trees and the weathering made it lower in the middle. Or maybe it's curved. Now I'm in the middle. I'm looking at that's the west side. That's the east side. Yeah, obviously I'm going to redo this for my, I should have not touched that. Okay, it's over. I should have kept my mouse untouched and stopped showing the navigation tools. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so now I'm at the top of the mountain. I'm looking north. And I'm panning. Why is it showing the navigation tool? Sorry. And that's the south. And look how long that was. I think I'm going to do it one more time. I just got it to disappear. And then let me show you one more time, and I won't touch the navigation tools. Because I think that's a pretty good shot. So let's do that. I'll stop touching it. I can still talk. And that is... Wait, is that the... I'm pretty sure that's it. I think what I did was I got really far away from the edge. No, I'm in the Nikon. But I was really at a low spot, I thought. That other shot was higher. I don't even know if that's it. I think that's not it. That's not it. Maybe that's it. That doesn't look very good, though, does it? That's the same one here, 63, right? So I'll go to the next one now. That's definitely in the middle right there. Okay, there's a point when I start playing the rocks with a hard rock. If I see that, I'll play it for you. It's coming soon. Let me see if it's this one right here. I got the rock and I played it. Okay, so that's a good shot, right? So yeah, there's a point where the trees don't have as much trees, but you have a real clear difference, right? A really clear distinction between each side of this. And I'm not trying to milk this for all I can get. I'm just doing a live stream and I haven't shown this stuff yet. So we're probably going to hit 2 hours, right? Let's see if I can. That would be great. I don't care because I want it to be out there. This is 4K. Look at that. Do you see that dot? Pretty sure that's dust on my sensor or my lens. So now I'm getting down in the middle and I'm looking at the trees and I'm measuring them. Okay, look at that part right there. That's like definitely like the shoreline. And that's the other way, the shoreline. Of the east side, that's the east side. I'm looking south right there. And I'm looking north right there. Okay, eventually, let me play that one more time without the disturbance. It's only 2 minutes total. This is 1 minute right here. All right, there you go. That's looking north. On the east side, you can pretty much walk down the side, right? Like if there was a boat, you could tie your boat to that. If there was water in there, you could tie a boat to that. Then you still have to climb up a little higher to get to the top of the shore or whatever, depending on how high. And that's another thing. Why would it be a wall if maybe the water levels were different heights? That's the top. That's as high as it gets. And see those trees? Those trees are just a little higher than the top. And they're like 25, even 30 feet, maybe 25 foot. So I would say that it's 20 foot from the bottom. All right, let's see where we stand. This video is over, right? We'll go to the next video. Again, I'm pretty sure I'm over here on the right side. I wanted to get close to these rocks. Is this the one where yeah, let me back up and let you see this part. That's a good part, right? Let me just do this part without talking. Different views. I mean, I was in a bad part. I should have hiked down to the better part. And the reason why was because I thought I was going to have a chance to have GPS be better and prepare better. I thought I was going to have a little phone service. And I should have prepared in the hotel. Okay, so that's an igneous rock. I'm on the east side there, I'm pretty sure. And in a minute, I came up with a bright idea to start pounding on these rocks, and I'll turn up the volume for that. Pretty sure it's here. I said I'm gonna bang on these. Let me get a rock. And I picked up a rock. Is that here? Yeah. Okay. Let me back it up, and I'm gonna turn up the volume for you.
See if these things have any sound or make any noise. Wow. I didn't hear that sound.
All right, that's it. I didn't do it anymore after that. Okay, so there you go. There's the sound part, and that's the eastern shore. And okay, so there you go. I don't know how much more of this I can go cray with. Then I said I want to go over the other side and take a. Oops, I messed up. I wanted to go to the other side and take a look. So where was that? Did we see? Yeah, we saw this already. Let's go here. Did we see this already? Yeah, this is where I wanted to go across and I wasn't happy. Where's that? What's happening? It's not working? That's not it. I grabbed the wrong icon. Sorry. This video might be over. Let me just close this. This wasn't supposed to open. Let's go here. That's the video actually live. Great. Let's see if there's any comments. Okay, let's go through Bremner's Ghost. Imagine the labor involved in building canals while Africa is drying out. Well, the big question is, I show you the gold mines, and I do have this new theory about ancient. It's not my theory, right? But if you looked at my other videos on South Africa, and if you know Michael Telling's work with the circles, which to me were not that special, then you know that I probably you know what I should do is I know what I'm going to do next. Okay, let's close that. Where's the video? Yeah, we're not going to do that. Am I still live? Play this video. All right. Now, Okay, I didn't want to show this one yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play this one, and then we'll go back to the live stream, so you can kind of see the video going slow in the middle of the video. Yay! Isn't that a good idea? All right, and then I can chat with you guys. I don't want to bother blocking these bots. I'm sorry, but Vunrent. I don't even know what that means. Let me have that shot. I'm almost done, so I'm gonna have the bourbon, and I've had this bottle for a while, so I don't think you can really call me a hardcore alcoholic since I'm drinking so slowly. Let me grab my little glass here, and I think I have a little bit of Monster to chase, not chase, but to mix, because I don't really want to do a pure shot. Although I'm going to do that first, and then I'll keep the Monster as a chaser. All right, guys. Yeah, any last minute questions? Give me a 1 if you can still hear me, or you're still here, please. Bremner's Ghost is probably definitely still here. And what's happening here? I'm going to finish up this video. If there's anything else I can show you, please let me know. Yeah, I'm ignoring the bots. I don't care about them. I don't care about anything. I don't care about OBS crashing as long as I'm still alive. I hate OBS. Here, let's have a drink. Cheers to 46% bourbon. It's 8 p.m. I just didn't want to wait any longer before I showed this. What I should do is I don't even want to try to find the videos I did in the center of the Richat, the castle. That's the fortress, and also Fortress 4. Fortress 1, Fortress 4. Some guys went in and did thank you for the 1. Some guys went in and put a Fortress. There's Fortress number 2, and there's the Bastilles, the triangular Bastilles. They did those as well, although they only did one of them. But they're all piled up rocks. And they're not as old as Atlantis. They're not 12,000 years old. And the big question is, what are they? Yeah, there's questions. I do want to talk more about the Richat later. I do have some video. By the way, I'll probably go over some of my video that I already posted, because I posted a bunch of quick videos right away when I had just gotten to the Richat. Took me a long time because of the bad internet. Bremner's Ghost, you seem like you're the last person with me. Let's see who else was here before. I have 7 watching now, but we're almost done here. Delia, you still around? Is there still an echo? I got a number 1, so I don't think so. Are we playing it? Oh, we're not playing it. Okay, let's go back to playing it. Oh, I see. This isn't going to play. It's not going to play because the video's behind it. I'm too busy looking at the wrong spot. Oh, and that's already finished. And what happened? Let's go back a little bit to this, and I'll just show you. What happened is I crossed over to the other side. I wanted to get a real close-up of something that was similar to a cliff wall. So, yeah, I mean, look, this is the east side right here, and it's not straight up. But the question is how was it when it was fresh, right? And did ancient aliens do it, or did humans do it? I think I still don't want to say. And I was, like, looking down, and I was fussing with the lens, and I was having some problems here. This is the east shore, and that's the west shore over there, and I was like, I gotta get over there now. And I guess I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Or maybe I am looking at maybe I didn't, maybe I already did cross over. Maybe that is the east and I'm at the west side already. It's kind of hard for me to tell because it was high noon, so I don't have any shadow references that okay, so here I am, I'm for sure on the east side there. And then I thought I walked over to the other side. No? I didn't make it over there yet? Okay, I guess I didn't make it over there yet. I'm about to walk across, I guess. Okay, let me go to the next video. Oh, it's not in the same player anymore. Okay, where were we? So this one is the next one. I think I deleted something. Look at that face you can see right there, a head. Obviously, that's not really... I'm looking for anything unnatural, like petroglyphs, and I didn't see much. But look, you can kind of see, that's the west side. You can kind of see, I'm going to go back a little bit. I don't know why it's behaving so well here. You can kind of see some type of consistency here with the angles of the rocks, even though it's not going straight up and down. You know, you're seeing a consistency of angle. Like, look at that. Maybe it was angled and the rocks have shifted. If you look at that, it looks like it's a nice 45 almost degree angle. Okay, I didn't want to waste too much more time. I got close to the rocks. I didn't see much. I'm looking north there from the west side, and I'm walking along looking at these rocks. And I just basically wanted to, it's only 43 seconds. Now I'm looking across to the other side. Now you do see a line there. That line right there, that looks horizontal, right? So to me, that line could be either, like there's a point, if it did have a water all the time, there's a point where you would park your boat there, or maybe you wouldn't park your boat up here. So maybe that's the water level. It wasn't so extreme. If it was flood control, then it's a different story, right? Then you don't really care about. Look at that. Now, how did that piece of wood get burnt? In the middle of all that, somebody's building a fire. And I did see a motorcycle route. Like somebody was driving motorcycles through there all the time. So there's a lot of different ways to get around, and probably the motorcycle route was you don't have any police roadblocks. Who knows? The motorcycle road was up there. Let's go to the next video. We're pretty much almost done with these videos. But I think this is a great way to show them. This is the last one. I already showed it. So we're pretty much done. I've already shown this video. It's 3 minutes long. I'm just going to go quickly. About here is when I did the good pan. I was having trouble with my focusing my lens. I wanted it my zoom. And also I discovered that I was on like manual. And I was like, is this even focusing? Okay, so here is where I kind of let it go finally. Finally, right? This is the last shot I took, and then I went to the other side, and then I did a shot on the other side, and then I walked away. And then I finally turned the GoPro back on, but I'm not going to show that to you. Obviously, I made it back, right? It's like I messed up, so I was going to start again. And this was like about like a few meters down. Oh, look at those wish rocks you just saw. Did you see those? Let's go back. Look at that. Look at those wish rocks. Okay, I'm going to call them wish rocks because that's what I got. I didn't see those before. Okay, now that's absolutely one of the highest points on the west side of the canal. And this is one of the highest points on the right side of the canal. So actually I'm glad I stopped here because the last time I showed this I didn't stop. I didn't see these wishes, but you can tell definitely that's human-made. And who knows why or when they did it. It could be over 10 years ago. It could be longer. You can definitely see the trees between these 2 points. Up here, it's more than 15 meters. That's like 20 meters across, maybe 30. But down to the bottom, down here, over across, it's like 15 meters. Okay, I can stop with the space bar. So that's looking at the northmost part zoomed in. And I'll tell you, next time I go, I should just walk the whole 10 miles. I wish I could have done it this time, but this was just an exploratory mission to know what we don't know, you know? I knew I wasn't going to get to go the whole 10 miles today because, especially here, look, if you went to the Richat with me, the truck was going everywhere. But here, it would be impossible to take the truck here. So you're talking about actually walking. And I had to walk 2 kilometers to get over here. Maybe it was a kilometer and a quarter. Maybe I only did walk 1 kilometer. But it felt like 2 to me. And I don't know. I don't think I did the GoPro the whole way back. I could have. I'm pretty sure I had the camera on the whole way back to the truck, but I got way behind the driver. I'm not going to show it to you right now. That's either camel or donkey. Who knows what kind of animal made that? So there's the west side, and this is me on my way out. Just taking a look at the west side one more time. I really felt like there had to be some petroglyphs somewhere. But even so, petroglyphs would not have really I did have one more thing that I found on the way back. Petroglyphs would not have. Let me go back just a little bit and catch that, and I'll stop there. Petroglyphs would not mean anything about Atlantis, in my opinion. I don't believe petroglyphs are what we're looking for here. I believe that some people fly UFOs and some people still live primitively now today. So therefore, during the time of Atlantis, you had primitive people. And you also probably had people doing petroglyphs in, say, the last 9,000 years after Atlantis declined. I'm going to visit those petroglyphs next time because they're so far away from, and I didn't want to travel 100 miles across sand until I had the right setup. Okay, I'm going to say it right now. When I went to the Richat, I went for it, brother. I did not go and collect $200. I found a driver and I just went for it. I was sick to my stomach. I thought I was going to die. Okay? I thought I was going to die because, let me just get back to the comments. Because when I first started going across sand, I knew how wrong it felt. Here, I don't know about sandstone. I don't see any sandstone. I don't believe it is. I believe it's igneous layers of magma. Melted rock. Yeah, see, we're seeing it now. This is the video. But when we get to the point where I left the video, then I have to go back because it starts getting boring again. But I think I'm at the end, folks. I think I'm at the end. Last chance to make a comment. Last chance to make a comment because this has been 90 minutes. I've given you most of my video. There's some other videos out there, but I don't want to... wait, were we over? Okay, so the end of the video shows me... I guess the next video is me walking out of there. And I got rid of that. I didn't show it. Alright, I guess I could look... You know what? Yeah, this is a good stopping point. So let's definitely play some music and get out of here. And I'm going to keep watching the chat. And this live stream is going to take like a good 12 hours before it's up. And it says it's... Oh, that's different, right? Let's see where we stand. Oh, great. All right, let's get out of here, guys. Should I play it one more time? I like that tune.